morning, everybody. I'm having a little bit of a, third time making this video because I don't know how to edit, and I said some stuff that I shouldn't have said. Not that I'm censoring, but just about my own personal life, that I shouldn't be putting online because the government's kind of, Anyways, happy St. Patrick's Day. March 17th, 2026. I'm here with my best friend Dawson. Yes, anyways, I wanted to go down a little bit of a rabbit hole today with you because 39 people just overdosed in London last Wednesday, so 6 days ago. And they were saying that it was pills, that somebody was giving free pills out of a car on Wednesday, and 39 people overdosed. So I want you to look at this from a little bit of an outside view because first of all, I was part of all this a few years ago, 5 years ago now, I guess, or getting up to that anyways. Yay! But so to see the homeless being taken advantage of like this is just killing me. The government's whole plan is to get you out on the street, cut your housing, cut your welfare or disability checks, your CPP, whatever other kind of government funding, social programs that the Canadian government wants to or has been handing out over the last years. Agree with those social programs or not, that's what's happening. The MAID program that has been really under scrutiny. Gosh, I've seen so many American podcasters now talking about the MAID program and how Canadians are killing legacy Canadians, and terrible stuff going on in this country. But these 39 overdoses I wanted to specifically get in on because the pills is what kind of clued me in. Now, I've been talking involuntary MAID program for quite some time now and been warning everybody I know actually that they're going to start killing off the homeless because it's a huge problem here in Canada. And so I just want you to look at the math for a little bit. I'm kind of assuming, and you can take that for what it is, that most of these 39 people were on some sort of social assistance. Now in Ontario, you get just over $300. I think it's like $330 or something like that. So a month. So it's legit like $3,600 per person a year. If you can freaking imagine, okay? Yeah, you're so good to me. You're so good to me, right? And then we get these, we'll give them minimum amount of money. We'll set up the safe injection sites. We'll give them drugs. We'll give them needles. Meanwhile, the diabetics still can't have their free needles, but the drug addicts, we want you there. So, So anyways, 39 people, all given free pills out of a car, okay? So most drug dealers, there's some that drive around, but there's not a lot really. And the pills, to get pills is a lot different than lacing substances. Like, you can lace cocaine, you can lace heroin, you can lace crystal meth. All you gotta do is mix the ingredients like flour, right? You just gotta add it in, mix it around, there you go, right? Toxic substance. And that happens when drug dealers get pissed off at other drug dealers, or people rip each other off, which happens quite frequently in the drug world. But so to make pills, you actually have to have a little bit of a chemistry background, and you have to know what you're doing. It's not just a matter of mixing in a couple ingredients and selling it off as something that it's not. you actually have to form pills. You have to have a pill maker. You know, it's much more difficult than just lacing your crap drug. Dawson, he wants to be in my show. So, I believe it's the government. The government is, it has a lot to save by this. $3,600 a month per person, or $3,600 a year per person, is $180 some odd thousand per year. That and that's just on the minimal basis. If any one of these people was on, had homes, that money goes up. So if they have rent to pay, then they get $700 a month. I mean, you can't even rent a room here in Ontario for $700 a month. So, Dawson, come over here. Or get off, even better. I wish I knew how to edit. Like, seriously, I made this other video. It's like almost 9 minutes long. I tried to edit out a chunk, and I just couldn't, so I had to come back and make this whole thing all over again. Anyways, that is my point. The government has a lot to gain by cutting off people's lives from social programs that they can now collect that money and they don't have to put it out. So the MAID program, it works a little differently because I think there was a guy from Ontario who was 28 years old, and his doctor just kind of pushed him through the BC MAID program because it was a little bit easier out there. And his family here in Ontario is devastated because there's nothing really wrong with him. So somebody like that goes through MAID. They get the regular MAID, which is, where they shut your heart down, paralyze you, drown you in your own fluids. That's the way you get to die that way, and make it look so peaceful that people are willing to actually perish like this. However, if you are on fentanyl or crystal meth or any one of these substances, your organs, even an alcoholic, right? Nobody wants an alcoholic's liver. So they don't mind just wiping them out. We don't need your organs. So just give them a dose of fentanyl, which, by the way, is a way more nicer way to die than these MAID drugs. So, because that was my big thing too. I was wondering, why are we coming up with all these other drugs to kill people off when I've seen what heroin and fentanyl do firsthand? Like, and everybody knows if you Narcan somebody who's on fentanyl or heroin, they don't like you at all afterwards. In fact, you ruin their buzz. Yeah, it's crazy, but seriously. So my point is, the government is coming. They're coming to get us all. They're coming to get us all. So this is my rabbit hole for the day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's a little bit of a dark one, but it's true. And if you are privy to talking to the homeless, and if you happen to be homeless and watching this yourself, go to your churches, get some help, get off the drugs before this happens to you or somebody you know. And remember, I love you. Have a great day, everybody.